Hey guys, what is up? Zero here, and welcome back to Fruits Allergic Club, Chapter 5, Yuri Route. So, in the last episode, we... fuck, what happened? We were injured, Yuri stabbed us, so we got the backstory on how we showed up when she stabbed us, and she basically treated us back to normal health, and now we are, that at least treated us a bit, and now we are walking into this room to kind of stay secluded a bit from the bad guys. And apparently Yuri is for some reason out of breath, so we're gonna see why that is. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know why, but to me, I'm not entirely sure about this, but I feel like this has been dragging, and I don't know why. I don't want to say it's the route. I'm not entirely sure if this route really drags on, but for me, it's been dragging on. So, like, I don't know. Everyone, I guess, kind of share their opinion on that personally. For me, it feels like this route has been dragging on. And there's been stuff that has happened, though. Like, you know, she stabbed MC. She was having her little episode. Like, that was fine. Those were good. It's just for some reason, I don't know. Something feels like it's dragging out, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because we're playing with Yuri, and Yuri uses a lot of long words. I don't know. So this feels dragged out. I don't know why. Like, maybe someone else feels the same with me, and maybe they can explain it, but for me, I don't know. It feels dragged out. Maybe it doesn't feel like for you guys, but that's just my personal opinion. I still like the route more than Sayori's, but still, I don't know. It's weird. Because I don't know. I didn't have that problem with Sayori's route. That wasn't really dragged out, but like Yuri's, I don't know why. I feel like this is just going too slow. Yeah, anyway, let's just go. Again, I don't even know why I feel like that. I'm just giving my personal feeling. But Yuri seems out of breath suddenly, and then looking down at her knees, I can see them visibly shake. Yuri, I think I got it from here. Are you sure? Yeah, you should sit down and rest. How's your stomach feeling? I'll be okay, I just need to rest for a bit. Yuri's words begin to slur again, and I finally realize what's going on. Did Yuri is looking at me like I'm a fucking sandwich and she's gonna eat me?
Ooh, that looks really good.
Yeah. Whatever they drugged her with is starting to affect her again. The sudden shock of what she did to me earlier must have snapped her out of it. Good, good. I sit down and lean back against one of the walls near the doors, so if anyone looks in, they won't be able to see me. Yuri drops to her knees and starts to feverishly look around. They're coming back! Immediate desperation and fear emanate from her soft voice. Yuri, you just stay with me right now. Look at me. What? Look at me, right here in front of you. Can you hear me, Yuri? Yeah, I can hear you. Why is everyone saying these things to me? Yuri's reacting to what I think are mental hallucinations. Whatever this drug is doing to her, it's amplifying her subconscious emotions. And, well, with Yuri, that's pretty concerning. It probably was a factor in her nearly gutting me earlier. I reach out and offer my hand to her. Yuri, take my hand. Yuri, I'm not going to hurt you or say anything bad. I just want you to trust me. I do trust you. But how can you trust me? I stabbed you! I just do. If I didn't, Yuri, I wouldn't have even come here to rescue you. Please, take my hand, sit down next to me, and rest your eyes. Okay. Yuri reaches out and grasps onto my hand, scooting herself next to me. Just rest your eyes for a bit. Is that really safe right now? It will be, I promise. With a little hesitation, Yuri rests her head against my shoulder and closes her eyes. I wait a little bit, so I'm fairly certain she's unconscious. The situation I'm in is so fucked. Even if I do manage to rest a bit and let my body recover from the stab, I still can't fight. I'm not even sure I can make it out of this alive. But regardless, Yuri needs to. And I will see to that. But for now, I can't do anything in this condition. And I have no painkillers to help me through this, so I guess I just need to endure whatever else comes our way. I'll do this the way I always have. Exhaustion overwhelming me, I allow myself to slip into a short rest. Oh, okay, fine. Yuri's scream wakes me up. I'm gaining consciousness. I look around the room and notice the same man from earlier who said Yuri was dead standing over her. He holds the silver pocket knife in his hand and tries to plunge it into Yuri, but she seems to be holding him at bay. Yuri. I can't talk. I'm too weak. Son of a bitch. Reaching my hand out in desperation, I'm forced to take in the sight. Yuri tries to keep the knife away from her, but the man puts his weight into his upper body and the knife starts to come down slowly. Yuri's panicked face sends a shockwave of tenacious fury through me. Staying as quiet as I can, I force my body to stand up, ignoring every surge of pain and discomfort that attempts to bind me to the ground. Once on my feet, I lurch over and prepare my assault. Taking a deep breath in, I sprint towards him. He turns his head and looks at me, eyes widening as soon as I crash into him. Zero! What the hell? How are you still alive? I could say the same about you. You look just as fucked up as I. Your whacked out girlfriend cut the shit out of me! I managed to crawl on top of him and reach for his throat. But he slams his fist against my face and kicks me in the stomach, launching me off of him. The pain from being kicked in my abdomen nearly sends me into a nauseated shock. You just don't die, do you? You fight off all of us, exhausting and injuring yourself in the process. You get stabbed by that bitch over there and nearly bleed to death, and to come back from an almost comatose state just to keep fighting? He returns to his feet and walks over to me. Yuri, out of the corner of my eye, starts crawling backwards away from us. Unable to comprehend what's going on around me due to the intense pain and shock, I feel an impact against my stomach. Eh? Does that hurt? Ah! That's right, it does! Now you understand how it feels to have pain inflicted on you. From what I've heard about you, you only know how to be the one bringing the pain. And now that the roles are reversed, how does it feel? Huh? Ah! That's what I thought. Now excuse me as I finish off your problem of a companion. He steps out of my vision and starts towards Yuri. But please, stay away from me! Shut up! You're done. I'm sick of you and the problems you cause. You and that demon over there. They should have all been very simple and easy. But you just had to fight back. But what did you expect? We aren't just going to sit down and let you kill us. Forcing myself to roll over, I face both Yuri and the man. Well, that's too bad. Now you get to watch me do what I've wanted to do ever since all of this started. Yuri crawls backwards as far as she can until she corners herself, the man approaching ever so menacingly. No. I watch in complete shock as he picks up the pocket knife again and points it to Yuri, who holds out her hands to block. Because of me, Yuri's going to die. He's going to force me to watch this. Why did I have to get involved in her life? Why did I have to come here and ruin everything for the girls? It's because you're worthless and you're scum. You failed to be what I wanted you to be. And you will always be a failure. Ha! You don't even have that bitch to hide behind anymore. I can't let it end like this. I'll prove him wrong. I'll prove them all wrong. Ignoring everything but my burning desire to destroy my enemy, I force myself back up. I grab hold of my handgun and remove it from the small of my back. I'm not hesitating anymore. I run up to him as fast as my body can possibly take me. As he turns around to look at me, I slam the butt of my handgun against his head. Also, Yuri falling there was weird. He stumbles and falls onto the ground. Making sure to be quick, I aim my firearm at both of his knees and fire. Ah! God damn it! If you want to put someone through pain, someone who knows how to endure pain, then you better be ready to receive it too. I throw the gun back to my right and reach down to pick up the man. Forcefully turning him onto his stomach, I grab the middle of his back and the back of his hair and lift him up. He grunts and whispers from both of his disjointed knees to distract him from what I plan on doing. Mustering up enough strength, I slam him against the wall, making sure his forehead takes the brunt of the blow. Next, I kick the back of his knees and bring him down onto them. A sick, mushy sound emanates from where his kneecaps used to be. Stop! Ah! Still gripping onto the back of his head, I slam his face against the wall again. Stop! Get off of me! Ah! When I let go of his head, his body flops over to the side, revealing the caved-in portion of his forehead. Blood and small chunks of skull fragments spill out into the floor. Whew. Yuri stands up and places her hand on my shoulder. The pain begins to subside. Are you okay? Whew. I'm fine. What about you? Are you okay? I turn to face Yuri. She doesn't look to have any signs of injury, but I ask just to make sure. Yeah, he didn't hurt me. Good. I lean forward and grip onto my stomach. The warm feeling returns and I realize that my stomach's probably in worse condition than it was before. I start coughing into my free hand spontaneously. Oh God, Zero. Yuri looks down at my hand after I pull it away from my mouth. Small drops of blood sit on my hand. The pain in my ribcage has definitely skyrocketed, which would mean one of my lungs is punctured slightly. The more I cough, the more I risk the puncture getting larger and more severe. We need to get out of here. Now. Those gunshots most likely alerted everyone in and around the building. What do we do? I retrieve my gun from the ground and hold it tightly in my right hand. I set up a place where we can safely get out. Unless it's been tampered with, we should be able to get out through there easily. The front door is locked and we don't have the keys to get out. Breaking it would make too much noise. I don't really think we need to worry about making noise now. Alright, smartass, let's go. She makes a point. I walk up to the door of the room and place my ear against it to listen for anyone or anything outside. Nothing. This is our opportunity to move. I quietly and gently open the door, and with Yuri directly behind me, start to head to the dark hallway I woke up in earlier. Once we enter the hallway, several pairs of footsteps start tailing us, stopping short before the hallway. Yuri, get behind cover! I whisper just loud enough for Yuri to hear me. She crouches behind a side table with what seems to be a toolbox on it, and I stand parallel to a ladder placed just perfectly enough for me to be hidden. Where are they? I'm not sure, but find and kill them! The flashlight shines down the hall, narrowly missing both Yuri and I. I think I heard something upstairs. Go check it out! The flashlight points down to the ground and leaves. From across the hall, Yuri looks at me, waiting for orders. I nod to the left, signaling her to keep going. After Yuri disappears in the hallway, I follow suit. Once we reach the familiar turn that I recall, something feels different. Something feels off. Yuri keeps going ahead of me, but... Yuri, wait! Huh? She stops and looks back. Lights turn on from a huge floodlight placed in the corner of the hall. Found them! Son of a bitch! From the hall, several armed men start charging towards us. Yuri, get to the window at the end of the hallway. Break it with the felt I left next to it so we don't get hurt. I'm gonna buy you time to do that. Yuri looks back and pleads with me to come with her, but I throw my hand down the hall to gesture her to go. You need to go! Don't worry about me. I'll meet you outside. Get over here! Two men start to close the gap, sprinting extremely fast. As one gets closer to me, I reach down and grab a paint bucket by its handle. When he gets close enough to me, I swing the bucket and watch it slam to the side of his head, dropping him down to the ground instantly. You son of a bitch! The other charges directly towards me, holding something in his hands that I can't clearly see due to the blinding light. Fearing it to be a gun, I quickly shift to my left and get behind the bend of the wall, breaking our line of sight. When he turns the corner, I can see where he is indeed carrying a handgun. Alright, both my hands are on his forearm and push upward. He grunts and tries to wrestle his arms back down, but I manage to get in between the gaps of his arms and chest. Taking a deep breath inward, at the peak of my inhale I throw the entirety of my weight straight down, making sure to pivot my hip and angling my right shoulder so he flies over. Once his back hits the ground, I shove my fist into his Adam's apple. Several others are coming down the hall, the footsteps and yelling voices giving me more and more information on how close they are to me. I punch the man again in his throat and he lets go of his gun, coughing. Reaching to the small of my back, I grab my handgun and aim both guns down the hall at my incoming aggressors. I blind fire down the hallway to suppress their advance. The burning in my lungs and the stinging in both my leg and stomach are numbed at the moment because of the insane amounts of adrenaline my body's producing. However, my breathing is suffering because of all the activity I'm doing at the injured body. What the hell is taking Yuri so long? The light illuminates the rest of the hallway we were going down enough that I can see her moving at the end of it. I need to get out of here, right now. I take both handguns and blind fire down the hallway once more. Alright, time's up. We need to go. I turn and run down the hallway. Yuri stands at the window, pounding on it and trying to break it. What's the holdup? It won't break! Yuri, face me! She turns around and faces me as I get closer to her. I don't slow down. When I make contact with her, I have my arms around her. Pivoting my hip and forcing Yuri to cover her face against my chest, I throw my back into the window and send us flying through it. I land directly on my back, shielding Yuri from the broken glass and cushioning her fall. Forcing my crash landing knocks the wind out of me, but I keep my arms wrapped around Yuri. An overwhelming urge to cough forces me to lurch my chest up. Rolling over onto my side, I push Yuri off of me and try to sit up. The jagged piece of glass that sticks out of my back don't make it too comfortable of a place to lie down. On top of that, we're still being chased and we need to get out of here immediately. Are you okay? Yeah, come on, we need to get out of here. Finally catching my breath, I stand up and offer my hand to Yuri. She reluctantly takes it, and we both start running along the edge of the forest. Yuri runs alongside me. Her eyes full of fear and her breathing starting to become labored. We can keep going. We need to find a phone somewhere. Where do we find a phone? We need to get back into town to find a public place. That will be the safest for us. Yuri and I keep running along the edge of the forest until we find a long, narrow roadway that leads into town. I know exactly where we are now. This is the road that Julia takes whenever we need to head to her office. Both Yuri and I hunch over and lean onto our knees to breathe. I need to get to a phone so I can call the police and Julia. I couldn't find mine in the lounge where I found my gun, so I'm not even sure where it is. Locating it wasn't really a priority at the time, but it would have been useful right now. Yuri, are you ready to keep going? Yeah. You don't sound like it. Focus your breathing through your nose. If you keep inhaling through your mouth frantically, you're going to get a cramp in your stomach, and it means less oxygen to your blood. Okay. I grab Yuri's hand and start running again. My lungs burn, my feet ache, my ribcage and stomach sting. Just about every part of my body's in pain, even the parts that weren't injured. All I'm running off of right now is adrenaline. I'm sure Yuri is too, and being drugged probably doesn't help her. The sound of a car starting behind us almost sends me to a sudden speed boost. God damn it, they're actually going to chase us. Yuri, why don't you run ahead and hide behind a bush so they can't see you? What about you? Listen, they're going to pursue us no matter what. The least I can do right now is slow them down as much as I can. Yuri and I both stop, and before she starts to run ahead, she looks at me with terrified eyes. You can do this. Trust me. I can handle myself. I would believe you if you weren't so hurt. Fair point. Get going. I place one of my hands on Yuri's back and shove her forward. She involuntarily starts running, leaving me behind. Turning around to face the approaching vehicle, I ready my handguns. Keep my hand focused on the road, and move next to a bush that can, at first, conceal my immediate position. That's right. Come right to me. Headlights beam just over the hill we're on, and the car starts to speed down toward me. I fire 3 rounds to the general area of the rear passenger tire, hoping I can hit my mark through my pain. A loud pow bursts through the air as the vehicle swerves out of control. Due to its high velocity, the tire being blown out suddenly throws the car in the uncontrollable bat-out-of-hell journey into a nearby tree. The driver flies out and through a windshield, slamming into the tree and instantly killing him. The passengers are thrown about too. They're not all dead, but for now they're incapacitated. This is perfect. Yuri and I now have more time to run. Looking behind me, I see Yuri peering up over a bush. Damn, she made some considerable distance in that short time. Now I guess it's my turn to catch up. Shuffling down the dirt road, my body starts to sting all over again. Since the adrenaline's wearing off, I'm going to be having a very hard time very soon. The mere fact that I was even in that mobile during the little altercation amazes me. But I can't stop now. I can't afford to. When I finally reach Yuri, my knees strain to keep me upright and my stomach feels warm again. Jesus. I reach down and press my hand against my stomach and then look down at it. More and more blood keeps seeping through the bandages. I swallow whatever saliva is left in my mouth and silently try to keep the blood on my hand a secret from Yuri. I can't have her freak out more than she already is, and this wound would just send her over the edge. So, I guess I'm feigning my health right now. Everything alright? Oh, yeah, everything's fine. Alright. Come on, let's keep going. This probably won't be the only car they send after us. You really think they'll send more after us? Oh yeah, this just showed us how badly they want to prevent our escape. Yuri and I keep going, keeping a moderate pace the entire way. Oh shit, we made it to the road. Eventually reach the outskirts of the town and start going down some alleyways and roads, desperately looking for help. Each step is getting harder and harder to take. My mouth is beginning to dry up. I feel like I'm going to vomit. I think it might be a little chilly out here. How hard is it this hard to find somebody? I'm sorry, the nerves. I just can't talk right now. Out of frustration, she rubs her forehead with her hands and almost stumbles. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I reach out and grab her arms and torso. Now isn't the time to be getting dizzy. Sorry. I just can't see straight right now. Her words begin to slur again. God damn it. Don't worry, Yuri. Once we get help, we'll find out what they drugged you with. You'll be back to good health in no time. Towards the end of that sentence, I feel my stomach churn and I gag. Zero! I'm fine! The heaves of my gags cramp my stomach and my wound. God, fuck. Taking sharp inhales, I manage to keep myself from shouting out. Whew. Do you think you can manage to walk a little more? Yeah, of course. Good. When I let go of her arm, she looks down and notices the blood that covers my hand. Is that... Don't worry about it. Let's just keep going. The sooner we find help, the better. Looking around, I notice an alleyway that I've seen several times before on my commute with Julia. There. Let's go down that alleyway. I think there's a convenience store over there. Okay. Yuri starts to head down the alleyway, and I shamble behind her. Luck smiles onto Yuri and I. The store is there, and it's open. The police car sits out in front of it, and the officer's inside talking with the cashier. Oh my god, Zero, you were right! That police officer inside can call an ambulance. We're saved! Zero? I can't hold myself up anymore. Zero! Oh my god, Zero! Young lady, what happened? Officer, my friend is here. He's really hurt. He needs to go to the hospital. Clarence, can you call 911? I'm gonna try to give emergency care to this boy. Of course. Ma'am, I need you to move out of the way. Give him some air. What are you doing? I'm gonna try to give him CPR. He isn't breathing. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Come on now, kid. Stay with me. Oh my god. Ma'am, what is his name? It's Zero. Zero? Can you hear my voice? I need you to answer me, bud. Please, for the love of God. The ambulance is on his way. They said they want you to call in. I'm a little busy right now. He has a knife wound on his stomach, and he said something about a broken rib and I think a sprained leg. Jesus Christ. I wish you would have told me that before I started giving him CPR. But I didn't have any other choice. He isn't breathing. Come on, son. Just listen to my voice. I need you to wake up and talk. You can do this. He still has a pulse, but it's very weak. His lack of breathing isn't helping either. Look, it's the ambulance. Thank God. Well, thank God I didn't
Jeez.
die.
Yeah.
This is like already a bad ending. When I open my eyes, the world starts to slowly phase in. But where am I? You're in the hospital. What? How are you here? Julia sits down next to the hospital bed I'm lying on. She has her legs propped up against the railing of the bed, and she's slightly leaned back. She looks comfortable, so she must have been here for a while. I'm your emergency contact. Did you forget? Oh. I got you on the good painkillers. Do you feel funny? Can't feel my face. Good. Where's Yuri? She's resting in another room. I want to see her. I try to sit up, but Julia quickly sits up and forces me back down again. You can't get up! What the hell is wrong with you? What? Julia looks me in the eyes and points directly down. Following her instruction, I noticed the fresh and pristine white bandages wrapped around my stomach. You'll rip a stitch open. The bandages are there to help secure them and keep your stomach from falling out of your body. What? I was only stabbed by a box cutter. Be that as it may, when you arrived here, your wound was ripped open beyond hell. The fact that you didn't just bleed out and die on your walk to the town is a miracle in itself. I see. It didn't feel too good either, did it? Hell no! You must have hit it pretty well, too, since Yuri said you made no mention of it, so you just dropped onto the asphalt parking lot. Yeah, that was my intention. Julia sighs and looks off to the side. That was to keep her from worrying, right? To keep her from panicking is more accurate. This time was, I guess, justified. But you do have a habit of hiding your pain from others, even if you're hurt and in need of help. Ask for help when it's necessary. And when is necessary? Like earlier when you went into shock and couldn't say shit about what you were going through? Julia raises her voice and aggressively points to the side. And don't get me started on what kind of trouble you're in. You nearly died out there, Zero. If the ambulance hadn't come when it did, I would be burying you right now. Alright. I get it. I fucked up. I'm sorry. Ugh. I know Ashley and I trained you to ignore pain and get the job done, but I think we taught you a little too well. Every person has their limit, no matter how rugged, trained, or hardened they are. And it's best we never push ourselves past that breaking point. I don't... She stopped herself like she was about to say something she didn't mean to share out loud. What? Don't worry about it. No, tell me. Not many things make you just stop in place like that, so this must be important. Fine. I don't want to lose you, Zero. You mean a lot to me, and I refuse to fathom you not being around anymore. Julia's words catch me off guard. Normally, she doesn't really tell me these kind of feelings. And when she does, I just shrug it off as her being hormonal. But I guess I understand what type of position I put her in. And it definitely deserves to be recognized. With a deep breath, I look at Julia and assure her. I understand where you're coming from. It was wrong of me to endanger myself as much as I did. I wanted so very badly just to protect Yuri, since I am the entire reason this all happened. It was unfair for her to be dragged into something that just my presence instigated. And like a fool, I rushed into the situation without regard for my safety. It's kind of your style. You're meant to do whatever to complete your assignments. But it has almost as many cons as it does pros. Regardless, I'm sorry, Julia, for making you worry. Yeah, wait, hold up. Did I... Okay, I was just trying to make sure she did say that. I don't know why I felt like the MC said that. It's... Wow. I wasn't expecting you to apologize. It's alright, Zero. I'm proud of you. Even if you nearly cost me someone very dear to me. As conscious as Yuri was, she gave me a brief rundown of what happened, and you did very well. I wonder if she's okay. She wasn't in any life-threatening danger when I lost consciousness, but the drug she was administered is what plagues my mind. So, let's talk about what happened. You sure? You can rest for a while. I'm in no rush. You got me a little bit of time off. I can get back and relax for a little. I think it's important to discuss the terms of what almost killed me. Alright, so here's my understanding so far. Because Yuri was very, she was drugged. I was going to say unstable, but yeah, that's a better way of putting it. She wasn't giving me information that seemed 100%. I want to know if she's okay. Eh? What's this all of a sudden? Julia, I want to know if Yuri's okay. Her vitals are stable, but the medical staff are still waiting on her blood labs to come back. As of right now, we're unsure of what exactly she was given. How was she acting? She kept saying she was hearing and seeing things, but there was nothing there. She couldn't keep herself upright a lot of the time, and her speech was heavily slurred and impaired. It seemed to have been affecting her in waves, too. Yeah, it's definitely something that affects the brain, but that's too vast of a field to really estimate accurately right now. We're just going to have to wait until the results come back. When will that be? I'm not sure, but I made sure to put it on urgent status. Thank you. Now, back onto the topic. Can you tell me exactly everything that happened? Sure. Wow. That's a lot. Yeah, tell me about it. Well, you survived it all, just like we trained you. I didn't do it because I was trained to. Huh? I had to not only protect Yuri, but prove a few points to myself. What do you mean? Let's not worry about that right now. Okay. Anyway, their main goal was for you to reveal your affiliation with the company. I assumed so, because they know what they knew about Oceanside. To be fair, if you can find someone who knows about Oceanside, it isn't really much of a secret. To the general public, of course, it isn't known since it's entirely private, for good reason too. It was just something that caught me off guard. What information did you give them? Ashley's name, that's pretty much it. Ah, so that actually came in handy for once. I have no idea why they were trying to get this information. It basically looks like it was a personal attack on you, and not the company or infrastructure in whole. Perhaps. Julia leans back in her chair and lies her head on the backrest. You should probably head home now. It's late, and you look extremely tired. Never comment on a girl if she looks tired, okay? And plus, I'm gonna stay here with you. We have things to discuss tomorrow anyway. Right. Then good night, I guess. Good night, Zero. Well, that's a perfect ending point, if any. So, yeah, so far, I'm liking it. Very nice mod. I'm liking the stuff so far. I'm liking that. I see. Well, there's a lot of things I liked about this. That it's like every time I see something happen in Yuri route, I'm like, this. See, it's already better than Sayori. Like, I like that we get to see MC being challenged. You know, like he's more being challenged in this mod than he is when it came to Sayori's route. It's just, it's very good. I can't think of, there was one line I really liked, and I can't think of it right now. Probably due to sleep deprivation. But, it was a really good line. I forgot what it was. Fuck. I couldn't think of it right now. Something where he was talking, I think, to Julia. But, yeah, it's like, I'm really liking Yuri route. I think I like Yuri route more than I like Sayori route. Yuri route's doing a very good job. This is what I feel like is the better route out of the two. Yeah, that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to play this mod for yourself, the link will be in the description down below. And yeah, this has been Zero. Peace. I'm a shapeshifter at this masquerade, hiding both face and mind, free for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, what a shit to be, but don't take off my mask, revealing the